Welcome back. If you're just kind of getting into vintage or thrift shopping and you're wondering where to start, there's an event coming up in a couple of weeks that may kind of be a great opportunity for you to really dive into that sort of shopping. I'm joined here in studio by Jessica Pleasure. She is the co-founder of Farmgirl Flea Market, which is coming up at the end of the month. Jessica, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
This market has been around almost a decade. You guys are in your 9th year.
Yes.
And you've got quite the following. But for anyone who has not been to this event or hasn't heard of it before, give me kind of the lowdown on what people can expect if they check it out this year.
Yeah, so we host the event at the Hudsonville Fairgrounds in Hudsonville, Michigan, and we have about 180 vendors that come out,
yeah, this
set
is
up
a
their wares.
Big event.
It's a pretty big event, and then we got food and a beer and wine tent, so it's just a fun event for the weekend. And you can do a lot of shopping, a lot of damage.
Yeah, so. Absolutely, absolutely. And as far as what people will find there, is there sort of a theme that this goes in? You know, obviously this is vintage, this is thrifting, this is vendor shopping. But tell me a little bit about some of the products that people might find.
Yeah, so we kind of theme ourselves as pickers and makers, which is basically you can have your average antique dealer or a collector of all antique items. Also, there's handmade items that the vendors curate from their own, artistry.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, so it's like something for everyone is like really what we like to tell everybody. And I don't know, every year it gets better and better.
And it's not the same stuff every year, too.
Right,
it's different every time.
Because you go with the trends and, and you got to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this whole thrifting and sourcing and finding things is becoming just a new realm for us, and we really like it.
Yeah, and I feel like, this sort of shopping has always kind of been around, but especially here in Michigan, West Michigan specifically, I feel like it's really big. It's really big online. It's really big on TikTok.
Yeah.
We have a lot of, just here in the Grand Rapids area, a lot of secondhand or thrifting or vintage antique. There's so many different kinds of shops that we have, and this is kind of bringing that all together.
Yes.
How kind of hot is this right now, this kind of shopping, in your opinion? Are you guys expecting, huge crowds for the event?
Yeah, normally the event does draw a good crowd.
Yeah.
So, which is very fortunate for us and for the community of Hudsonville, because it's such a growing community, and we just enjoy hosting it. And it's just a whole weekend of success and fun and just a whole experience for everyone, from the customer to the vendor to our employees. We just have a blast doing it, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Yeah, and I'm sure something you guys love about this is, this is really highlighting too shopping small. Of course you can get items similar to this, at a big box store, but you're not going to necessarily find these items, and you're definitely not going to support small businesses like you would at this event, spending your money here.
Exactly. I just feel like when you're sourcing at a market, you can just make that connection with the customer and then just grow your brand further and just make yourself more known, and that just leads to more success for you as a vendor.
Yeah.
Even as our market grows, which, I can't believe we're coming
9
into
years, almost 10.
Next year will be 10 years, but I just feel like when you get that fruition from it, it's something you can't trade.
I love that. I love that. Okay, let's pop up the information for folks on the screen if they want to check it out. So this is a Friday-Saturday event. So Friday, September 26th and Saturday, September 27th. As Jessica mentioned, this is at the Hudsonville Community Fairgrounds. You're encroaching on 200 vendors, which is so, so cool. And you do want to grab tickets at Farmgirl Flea. You can buy tickets for both days or just one day. Is that a must-do for people to buy tickets in advance? Can they buy them at the door as well? How does that work?
They can also buy them at the gates for cash only.
Gotcha.
And if they can't pay cash, they can just get the ticket on our website.
Gotcha.
And then we also do offer free admission for active military and veterans. So
very cool.
They can come on and enjoy the fun too.
Yeah.
So Friday we start at 4 and we close at 8, and then we reopen on Saturday from 9 to 4. So
very nice.
Yeah. So all the details are on our website, just like you said.
Yeah.
And
Any logistical tips for folks on parking, or, I guess bring bags with you if you're planning on, taking home a lot of stuff? Any kind of little, obviously you've been doing it for a while, so any little tips for people to keep in mind?
Yeah, definitely bring an extra shopping bag, a wagon, a couple extra friends, maybe
a couple of wagons.
Yeah, maybe a couple of comfy shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot to see and do, but you can handle it.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming and talking about this. Again, this is the 26th and 27th, so you still got some time to grab your tickets and your shopping buddies, whoever you want to show up with, but that's all happening at the Hudsonville Community Fairgrounds. Jessica, thanks so much for coming in to chat about this.